promotes a coin called Daddy.
Daddy to the mood.
Previously, Tate was a big fan of mine.
Coffeezilla, who actually kind of respected had a brain.
After I asked him some questions, that all changed.
For every single person who can show me they have emailed Coffeezilla and called him gay, I will buy Daddy. And for every single dislike on his upcoming bull expose, I'll buy more Daddy.
I'm in big trouble, guys.
So, as I have known for a long while, Tate is pretty much a complete embodiment of the Nietzschean will to power, okay? Now that makes him sound pretty cool, maybe, to some of you. But I would argue that that's actually not that admirable, especially in the case of Tate. What do I mean by this? What the fuck is this guy talking about? The Nietzschean will to power. Yeah, what that basically means is that Tate is the type of guy, okay, who will take what he fucking wants and does not actually care about the morality, the spiritual fucking effect, whatever. He literally will just grab it, whatever the fuck it is that he desires, okay? Cynically. And so he has consistently proven that to me over time. And the biggest reason that this is obvious to me is, of course, the means by which he accumulated the vast majority of his initial wealth was by effectively duping the women that fell in love with him, unfortunately, into becoming cam girls, working for him. He ended up successfully making it a situation where the women whom he fucking employed were, number one, he was their boss, he was their landlord, he was their lover. And guess what? On top of all of fucking that, he was their daddy. This is a weird thing that Tate has embraced. He has taken on a crypto project called Daddy. This is one of the things that Coffeezilla points out, okay? And yeah, there's a lot going on. I don't know. You could probably break this shit down philosophically or psychologically, but there's a lot of weird shit. But what you need to understand is that Tate is a guy who is pretty obsessed with domination, okay? At the very least, when at the height of his cam studio, operations, he was literally having the women he was, again, employing, housing, and dating. He was having them get tattoos that basically said, product of Tate, okay? That's another level of domination. But yes, aside from me, talking about kind of the Nietzschean lack of authentic morality that Tate embodies, nowadays, if you were to consume Andrew Tate's content, I could totally understand how you would basically think, like, this Tate guy's a good guy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this guy is a moral, upright individual. The reason for that is because he heavily, I would say, refines his image nowadays to fight the growing number of people who are becoming aware of who he actually fucking is, okay? So, his Islam arc, some people think it's sincere. I think it's pretty obvious if you pay enough attention that it is, at the very least, relatively cynical, okay? That is absolutely in zero way disrespect to Islam, okay? In fact, I would like to think it's the opposite. I don't think he's a good representation of the religion personally. I think that he likes the aspects of the religion that are convenient to him and that he completely fucking ignores the aspects that are not. Like most opportunists, like most people who don't really care about anything except for their own fucking satisfaction. And so here we go with the initial, back and forth that led to Andrew Tate and Coffeezilla having beef. Okay? It's kind of fascinating to me, the way that this unfolded, because there's a big part of me that can tell Andrew Tate willingly seems to have entered, Coffeezilla's trap, stepped into his domain on purpose. And I'm not sure if there's some weird thing going on. It's either that Tate just loves the attention. That's definitely a part of it. But he might also think it's like an inverse marketing tactic somehow to like kind of expose that he's a bit of a fucking scammer or something. It's like a fucking meme. Like he's just like more eyes on me type shit. But yes, here we go. Coffeezilla opens it up. He's responding to Tristan Tate, who is commonly seen as the more reasonable brother, even though that's complete cap to anybody who fucking understands these guys at all. But yes, unpopular fact. This is Tristan Tate. No man who spends money on an e-girl or porn was scammed. So this is an attempt by Tristan Tate to basically mitigate the responsibility that himself and Andrew have, or basically the entirety of their initial wealth being accumulated by the lecherous activity of coercing cam girls to, harvest the funds of simps, right? Aren't men accountable for their own bad habits? Was I scammed when I bought that 900 euro cigar? I mean, probably. Was I scammed when I bought that 7,500 euro bottle of wine? Probably. Grow up. He's basically saying that everyone who claims they're scammers on the basis that they provided webcam services is a fucking idiot. And look, okay, there would be some coherence to that, okay? Like, just because, you're offering webcam services, just because you're kind of helping to produce content that guys are jacking off to and donating to, does not instantly make you a fucking scammer, right? Like, in a way, you're still providing a product. Well, our boy Coffeezilla came in with a fucking slam dunk on this guy's head, because our boy Andrew, the mask-off individual that he once was, okay, and that's why I emphasize there's massive mainstream blow-up Andrew Tate. There's pre-prison Andrew Tate, okay, and then there's post-prison Andrew Tate, all right? And pre-prison Andrew Tate was so confident, so consistently fucking rewarded and unchecked in his activities, selfish activities, that he would boldly and willingly, and I would say enthusiastically, brag about the ways in which he would scam or get a leg up on people and hustle people, right? That's the whole thing. His university was called Hustlers University. And so he took a lot of pride in it, and Coffeezilla simply just pointed that out, and seemingly Tristan and Andrew did not take that very lightly. So here's the clip.
Sell the dream.
Here's him bragging about, in my eyes, scamming his customers.
You gotta lie to him. You gotta lie to him. She's like, lie and say what? Sell the dream. Sell the dream. Sell the dream. We got to the point where we had these guys falling in love with my models, serious, big time in love, right? Sending crazy money. And they were convinced they were gonna meet the chick. We were promising all these meetings, all these pictures outside of embassies, all this shit. Eventually, the girl, what she would do is she'd say, oh, I don't wanna go embassy. She'd give a really lame excuse to try and provoke the man to get angry. So she'd say, the embassy want me to come back, but I have a headache. That was the one we'd use. He'd be like, I just sent you $1 million. You promised you were going to come. You said you had to delay. Now you're saying you have a fucking headache and you won't go to your appointment. To make him mad on purpose, because that would annoy any man. And he'd get fucking furious because we were really good at
both sides.
Poking him. To the point where he'd go like, you're a fucking scammer. You fucking scam me. Get really mad.
Right. And so this was obviously a kind of a way for Tate to make the guy more invested in the girl, right? Like to play with his fucking emotions. There's a lot of like psychology that he would employ to fuck with, his customers, his clients, his business associates, and his fucking literal employees, right? Like these women that he was working with, okay? At every level pretty well. Andrew was seemingly proudly conniving, you know what I mean? Very, very much manipulating, And so Coffeezilla just points out this popular fact: your brother brags about scamming guys with e-girls. You're a clown. And so this results in a bit of a blow up on the Andrew Tate side. We can point this out a little bit, I'm sure, but Coffeezilla initially basically points out, I asked Andrew Tate about his crypto scams, and I think he sent the war room after me, okay? Andrew basically posted the, just the professional fucking email that Coffeezilla sent to him, basically asking him for comment, because Coffeezilla is a fucking journalist, and that's what you do. He basically sent a bunch of questions. He said, hey, Andrew, I'm reaching out for comment. And he basically said, fuck yourself, daddy coin to the moon. And he called him gay, called Coffeezilla gay. And then he basically implored for his fucking followers, his war room, whatever, to go and call Coffeezilla gay. Okay, and so you can see the results of that right here. Email him and call him gay, all this shit. There's a lot of comedy to come out of Andrew Tate and his fucking Twitter, and I think for him it's just amusement, right? Like, I do think all of this is just amusement for him. Thing that I want you to keep in mind is that this is all just amusement for him, but like for a lot of these guys who are roped into his fucking, schemes, like this is pretty serious, right? Like we're gonna watch the short video that Coffeezilla made, but He did make a larger video on his main channel that is worth watching. I would implore you to watch it, okay? But effectively, Coffeezilla points out that a lot of Tate's fans just really actually want to make it. You know what I mean? They want to make the fucking money. And so to the point where Coffeezilla even received a fucking email where a guy was like, Coffee, I like you, but Daddy Tate said that he would pump Daddy Coin if I shit on you, and so I have to shit on you, so fuck you. Which is pretty funny. I mean, obviously, whatever, you can argue if this represents, you know, demographic of Tate viewers, probably not. So yeah, same guy said meme coins were how influencers rob their fans. Now that Tate's got one, it's one of the only ways out. Top scammer. This is a response to Tate saying, the system is so rigged that meme coins are fast becoming one of the only ways out. This is just fucking insane thing to say, by the way, especially when Tate claims that he is like financial advice and like Hustlers University or whatever the fuck he calls it now. Oh yeah, man, this is insane. Like, it's crazy. BTC and ETH are too established for anyone poor to become rich. It's so crazy because it's not even like an endorsement to fucking actually research proper crypto projects and see what might have actual fucking long-term potential. It's literally this short-term gratification, complete garbage dookie dog. He knows who he's talking to. He's talking to fucking idiots and kids, and I'm sorry, but neither of those people, it doesn't make me happy to see them get scammed. For Tate, I'm sure it makes him fucking happy. I'm sure he finds it fucking hilarious. I'm sure he brags about it privately with his fucking friends, like he used to brag publicly, but, you know, it's fucking odd behavior. Anyway, alts are boring and never promoted. Education, lol. A job, lol. It's cutting edge online education in the gray area. Yeah, fucking suck a egg. It's basically, it's meme coins like daddy or it's slavery. Choose. And so yeah, there's the argument he can make it like this is a joke or whatever, but you know, I don't know. For me, it's not that fucking funny. But I guess I'm just a humorless fucking Harry Potter stan out here. This is an interesting little statistic. You're more likely to die from your furniture crushing you, watch your entire house burn to ashes, get hunted down by the IRS than you are to make $1 million trading meme coins. That's tough. Here it
I'm in
is.
big trouble, guys. The alpha male Andrew Tate is after me, as is his war room. They're all coming after me after I investigated Andrew Tate. Now, previously, Tate was...
It's funny because, for those of you who don't know, Coffeezilla's merch line, he made it satirically making fun of Logan Paul, okay? Very cool merch, by the way. But yeah, he made it basically to shit on Logan Paul, and one of the shirts, the tagline is basically like, it's basically something along the lines of like, I used to love Coffeezilla until he made a fucking hit piece on me. And so yet another fucking victim of a guy who liked Coffeezilla until he actually investigated you.
Was a big fan of mine. But would you believe it? After I asked him some questions, that all changed.
Coffeezilla, who I actually kind of respected and thought had a brain.
Coffeezilla is a I don't give a about your video. I don't respect your journalism.
That's right. He doesn't respect my journalism anymore. You can see I've really angered him. Now, I haven't released anything of my investigation yet. All I've done so far is ask very basic questions to Andrew Tate about crypto coin.
Yeah, I mean, Tate basically has just took the stance of like, oh, this guy, I don't give a shit. Honestly, I'm surprised. The angry fucking video that he took or whatever the hell that was, he looks like a fucking idiot. I won't lie. It's kind of funny.
Coins that he's promoted. There's a bunch of coins that are down 90%, some would call scams, and I just had some basic questions about why you promoted them after saying that, Tate's famous for saying, oh, I don't need to promote these meme coins. I don't need to.
Yeah, Tate postures like he cares about his fucking fans. He does not, dude. He does not give a fuck about you, my friend.
Scam my fans. I don't need to rob my fans. And so this is what you do. In fact, this is what the Tates complain about. There are no real journalists left. Oh, we're the real journalists. But this is actually what you're supposed to do. You go to people with questions before you release the story to make sure.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. It's like, actually, Coffeezilla was doing you a bit of courtesy, right? By allowing you to comment before he actually releases a video. But instead of that, it seems like there might be a little bit of a sore spot there. Seems like you might not be all that convinced you're operating in the ethical realm.
Sure, you hear their side. And so that's what I did, of course.
Bro, Coffeezilla, why? I've been wondering this. Why the fuck on the Voidzilla channel do you have the camera so close to your fucking face? You know what? I'm inspired, actually. Let's go. We're on coffee mode.
Even with the Tate brothers, who I figured wouldn't exactly give me a completely straight answer, but, you know, nonetheless, I had to do my due diligence. Now, in response to my request, Andrew Tate said this, and then he
You're gay.
leaked my email address, which I...
Whoa. Man, Tate hit him where it hurts. He fucking nuked Coffee's email address. Holy shit, that's probably unviewable.
thought maybe was unintentional until he told his fans to actually go email me on his behalf to
Email him and call him gay.
call me gay, and then went on a 2-minute rant where he never answered a single question.
Yeah, Coffee is on he's on a very similar wave to me where it's like, this doesn't offend him. It's just like, wow, what a fucking loser. That's all the take has to be, you know what I mean? It's like, there's so many people who handle Tate in a very strange way. It's like, this guy is so offensive. I can't believe what he says. It's like, yeah, okay. But like, he's a fucking loser, right? A glorified loser. And I understand that, you know, people will provide the difference between Sneeko and Tate, right? The big one, right? For those who don't know, I'm fucking, at the moment, my claim to fame is basically making a hit piece on fucking H3H3 and making a hit piece on Sneeko, okay? The absolute annihilation of Sneeko, the death of H3H3, okay? And so, if you haven't seen my Sneeko video, you should watch it, okay? Trust me, it is worth your time. Trust me. But in the case of Sneeko, he doesn't really have anything to back up, you know, his claims of trying to, you know what I mean? Like, he has less kind of argumentation for like, oh, this guy's cool or whatever you would say, right? On paper, at least. With Tate, it's like he actually was a professional fucking kickboxer at a very high level, you know what I mean? He can fight. He is, to some degree, definitely rich, right? He did kind of come from very, you know, humble origins, from what I can tell. There's a lot you can say about Tate that is like, you know, positive in some way, or it's like it can be perceived as like this guy really did make it. But in my opinion, the way that this guy fucking operates, despite having the money he has, all this shit, like, you know, he made it, yeah, but the life that he lives seems unfulfilling on one end, yeah, okay. But on another end, it's just not that cool. But again, who the am I, right? I'm just Harry. The way that Tate operates, the way that he will blatantly, you know, disrespect, dupe the people that he works with, okay? The way that he's admitted to doing that in a proud manner when it can get him like some weird fucking respect with the dumb idiots that he associates with. The way that he, as Coffeezilla is about to point out, almost proudly, boldly will just dupe his own fucking fans, right? Or probably, like, why is he promoting shit coins? He's probably just getting paid, like, fucking what? Like, maybe 50, 100K to promote a fucking shit coin? If he's as rich as he claims to be, that's fuck all. Is his integrity not worth more? It's not.
Instead said he would pump a meme coin if his fans, I guess the war room, the real world, flooded my email, disliked my upcoming video, even though no one has seen it yet.
This is my statement to you, Coffeezilla. You're a You're doing this little breakdown, this investigation. You just emailed me in a sexual tone.
You emailed me in a homosexual tone, dude. Now I have to read the email. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know. A little bit of fucking projection potential.
Saying, oh, I want to ask questions about this coin, this coin. You really think you're going to do a investigation into the fact that meme coin prices go up and down, and all the cards and the real trenches are going to agree with you? Of course they go up and down. It's meme coins. Nobody cares. I'm built different. I'm loved. Nobody likes you. Nobody's scared of your investigation. Your emails sound
your emails sound good.
Accidentally leaked your email address. Now everyone's calling you.
So he claims it. Okay, so he claims it was an accident. That's wild.
I regret nothing I've ever done. Suck my daddy to the moon. For every single person who can show me they have emailed Coffeezilla and called him gay, I will buy daddy. And for every single dislike on his upcoming bullshit expose, I'll buy more daddy.
Ah, yes, the classic normal response of someone who doesn't care about an investigation. So now I've got an email inbox full of slurs from Andrew Tate.
What a shitty blur job. Coffee. Holy fuck, dude. I can read all of this.
Tate's war room, his inside counsel, the alpha males, this feared group of elite men. Legit, I have hundreds of these emails, all freaking out, ironically, on behalf of an alpha male who's also freaking out about questions that he refuses to answer, about an investigation that none of them have seen, but they're planning to dislike in advance to own me and to prove to their daddy that they're going to be, they're good little boys, right? And by the way, that's not my word for him.
Dude, I like that. I might actually take that soundbite of Coffeezilla saying, they're good little boys, right? I don't know, something about the way he said that. Sneak and Tate are both self-closeted to a degree. You said that, not me. I think Andrew Tate just likes saying daddy.
To own me and to prove to their daddy that they're going to be, they're good little boys, right? And by the way, that's not my word for him. Tate promotes a coin called daddy, okay? So just imagine how cringy you have to be to follow a guy that you are calling daddy and you are paying him financially. Meanwhile, we've had 0 questions answered. That 2-minute video rant exists. There are several other tweets from Andrew.
This Gayzilla said the largest online financial education platform on the planet is a scam because people only have 10x their investment. Okay. He got a few scammers, but they got upset. Tate's amazing and acted petty and jealous. Why did he say this? He's a poor gay Jew. He's smart.
Andrew Tate just completely having a meltdown. In fact, he said he might have an emergency meeting on me. Oh, no, guys.
5,000 retweets and we do an emergency meeting on why Coffeezilla is a homosexual. It's like on paper, yeah, I don't know. It gets old real fast. And I really like Coffeezilla's frame because it's just like, all right, that's just cringe. It's not like you're not a big bad fucking wolf, dude. You're just cringe.
Oh, no, guys. An emergency meeting. Coffeezilla's about to release a report. We used to like him, now we hate him. Even Tristan Tate got involved, often thought as the more eloquent and
yeah, which is fucking bullshit.
Calm of the Tate brothers. You could see he's not faring much better than
Tough.
Andrew Tate. Very weird and cringy behavior from the 2 worst alpha males. Either way, though, guys, sincerely, I would appreciate an answer to my questions. I mean, you do have my email. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Here it is. So here's the homosexual tone that Tate was complaining about. Hey, Andrew, I'm reaching out for comment as I have a story about your crypto endorsements coming out. Please respond in 48 hours to ensure I can get your answer in the video for context. Last year, you said you do not endorse coins. You've also claimed you do not have anything to do with any crypto. What changed? How much were you and your brother paid to promote/talk about Roost Coin? Are you aware the Roost Coin you and your brother promoted has been hacked to the detriment of holders? How much were you and your brother paid to promote/talk about Venom blockchain? How much were you paid to talk about FMODANA? Were you or your brother paid by or affiliated with RNT and Daddy Coin? You've said SEC come for me. There's no SEC in Romania. We're scammers. Now you say you're trying to get TRW token regulated under SEC law. What changed? Are you planning to sell to US investors? Thanks, Coffeezilla. You know what, Tate's right, that was pretty gay.